marriage proposal going on at midcourt right now, Jerry.
I really can't imagine doing that. You know, that's under pressure, isn't it?
Well, whatever you did worked because you're still married. How many years?
40 years.
40 years. So I think people ought to be asking you how to do it.
Well, I tell you, if I'd have did it that way, I wouldn't have got. She'd have probably need me while I'm down there. But
you know what? I'm just waiting once for the gal to say no. Okay. And, that would be.
Well, she has to say yes there. She may say no as soon as they walk off the court.
I think she's saying I can't do it right now.
So I really do like you a lot, but let's just be friends.
Wow, look at this. Wow. Well, how do you like that? Well, I was just joking when I said that. You know that, right?
Yeah, well, boy, that young man probably get over it in 10, 12 years or so.
Good little prank here on the night before Valentine's Day. Yeah, Tracy, enjoy that one. I've been doing this for 20 years. You've been doing this for 20 plus years. I haven't seen that one yet. Have you?
No, I haven't. No, that's why this league, it's amazing. It's where amazing happens, right here.
Man, that was just brutal. Oh, man, that was hard to watch. Woo! And the whole time, too, I mean, the announcer, the guy was like just joking, and he was like, man, these girls, they always say yes. It would be funny if they just say no for once. And, of course, he jinxed the guy, and the girl says no. And he has to sit there in the middle of half court with everybody in the stands. Probably a good 50, 60,000 people in the stands sitting there eating their nachos, their hot dogs, watching him just totally get brutally rejected on live television. I feel for him, man. I feel for him. But also, I don't fault him for doing what he did, because this was likely before social media, right? This was likely before all these, apps and platforms where all this knowledge was out there, right? So he probably didn't have this knowledge back then, so got to go easy on him. But still, man, that is just really, really tough to watch. I mean, it's hilarious. I hate to say it, it's kind of funny, right? I don't know why it's funny to us, right? It's funny, probably got a good laugh out of it, right? Because you're like, you can imagine how that felt. However, man, the worst part was, I think the worst part of this was when he was being consoled by a mascot. He was being consoled by the team mascot and walked off the court. He still had his beer in his hand. I don't know why. I mean, clearly he was recovering from this nicely because he still had his beer in his hand as he was walking back. But man, talk about the walk of shame, right? Talk about the walk of shame, walking off half court like that, and then walking into the stands. I'm going to say I don't think he finished the game. Maybe he did, right? But if he did, kudos, man, because that takes some balls to sit there while everybody in the whole stadium is probably looking at you going, man, that guy got rejected. Oh my God, that dude got rejected. The funny thing about this was that chick wasn't even, I didn't even find her attractive, right? And in some ways, she kind of looked kind of like a dude. I hate to say it, right? She kind of looked like a guy. So, I don't know. I just hope that there hasn't been a follow-up story on this guy, but I hope that he found his dream girl and, he pissed on this chick, because these chicks, they're so bold, right? They're so confident, during this time when she was probably in her 20s, because this guy looked like he was in his 20s. She looked like she was probably like mid to late 20s. So bold and confident back then. And fast forward 10 years later, guarantee she doesn't have that level of confidence. Why? Because she's not getting that same level of attention anymore. So, by default, confidence level goes down. These women start to get more realistic of what they actually deserve versus what they think they deserve, right? But what they actually deserved, and this is why a lot of these women end up lowering their standards when they hit their 30s, at least the ones that are realistic, right? They start lowering their standards and they go, okay, you know, it's time for me to settle. I mean, I can't land that Chad, man. I got to go for one of these betas. I got to go for one of these betas. So whenever I see these dudes getting, you know, basically rejected and dejected, especially in front of a live television audience at a NBA basketball game, right? Man, that's just cruel. It's just cruel. And then you have McGrady over there just kind of like holding his laugh, kind of like, you know, he was laughing his ass off before they put the camera on him. That's probably why they put the camera on him, the basketball player for the Houston Rockets. He was just like, can't believe this, right? I mean, but that's the risk you take, man, when you propose in public. And this guy, unfortunately, again, there was no training back then, so I can't fault him. I mean, if this were to happen today, I totally would be on this guy. I'd be like, dude, you're a bonehead, man. There's tons of, like, red pill knowledge out there to tell you, you know, don't do this in public, man. And not only that, but pick up in game, right? You would learn, you would know that, hey, I better build up, like, some serious attraction with this girl where she's obsessed with me to the point where you know she's not going to reject you, right? She's just not going to, especially in front of a big-ass audience like that, she's just not going to do it. And if she was, you would be able to sense it beforehand. I thought it was very cowardly of her, though, and I've seen other girls do this when they reject the guy. They just run away. I mean, that is so weak. That is so cowardly. That tells you everything you need to know about this chick's lack of character, right? Because a real woman, you know, a good woman, if there are any left out there, what she would have done was she would have just been like, no, and, you know, walked off with him, held his hand, maybe even, you know, grab the microphone from the guy and just say, because he had a microphone, right? He's like, will you marry me? And instead of her just running off like the coward that she was, be you know, like the little child that she was, be an adult, be a grown woman, be a good woman, grab that mic. If you're not ready, just say, you know what, I care about you. I love you, Mike. I think his name was Mike. I love you, Mike, but I need more time. Okay, and, you know, maybe we'll get there, you know, and everybody, you know, this took a lot of courage on his part, and this is why I'm with him. This is the kind of man he is, and I love him for that, and, you know, it's not him, it's me. I'm just not ready, and just at least cover for him, right? We all know, I mean, it would have been bullshit, right? But at least cover for the guy, because he's in front of this huge stadium crowd, right? Not only in the stadium, but on national television. Millions of people, right? Millions of people are watching this. She could have done that for him. Could have had his back, right? Could have had his back, but you didn't. You just cowardly ran off on him. Just like, bolted. And probably didn't, you know, just probably like left there too. Probably took a taxi home, because I'm sure this was before Uber. So he probably took a taxi home, and then who knows what happened after that. I'm sure she apologized, right? She probably apologized after the fact, when she got home and she was in the safety of her own bedroom. And she was like, Mike, and left him a message like, I'm so sorry. I said no, and I hope you can forgive me, you know, and gave him that spiel. Right? But again, I mean, it didn't have to end like this, right? It didn't have to go this way. She didn't have to embarrass. I mean, the dude was already embarrassed. It's like sitting there at half court, rejected in front of everybody, thought she was going to say yes, and then she says no. Could have at least helped him out, right? If that's your man, that's your partner, you got to help him out. You don't just bolt. Okay? You don't just bolt off like that, because, you know, I mean, karma will come for everybody when you do stuff like that. And you know, I know it wasn't her doing, and she didn't expect this guy to propose. That's on him, but still, man, that's your man. That's your boyfriend, and obviously you've been together long enough, and you've developed enough emotional attachment to each other to where this guy is going down on one knee in front of a live television basketball audience, to propose to you with a ring and you just run away like a child. That's just unacceptable, and I mean, probably hurt him right then and there, but I hope he sees the light in this, that, hey, you don't want a partner like that anyway, right? You don't want a girlfriend like that who's not going to be a good teammate. You want a girlfriend who has your back. And this is something I teach you guys too. I mean, if your girl would do something like that and just run off on you and leave you there into just bask in your own embarrassment, right? So she doesn't have to suffer any and just leaves you, just takes off on you, what does that tell you about her? She's a horrible teammate. Okay, she's not going to make a good wife, a good partner, much less a good girlfriend. These are the type of girls you want to stay away from, right? You want a girl who's going to have your back. You want a girl who's going to stay there and not just abandon you in front of everybody. That's just really, really insane. It's embarrassing, and I hope the guy picked up the pieces, and I hope he's married today, and I hope he's okay, because this is one of those moments that obviously, like, it's still going viral. It's like several years later, this is still, like, I think it had like 13 million or 20 million views. It's insane, right? It's like he still has to relive this every single time he watches. Like, oh my God, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Right? But as always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of this guy's proposal at half court. Would you have done the same, even when you were blue pill? Be honest. Would you have done the same at one point before you started learning all this red pill stuff? Before you found my channel, would you have done something like that? And if you have done something like that, let me know how that turned out for you. Drop your comments below. If the girl said yes and she married you, still share your story below. I love to read them. I love to see you guys in my comments. So drop those comments below. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out here from the top of Vegas. Can't get enough of this view. Got the Eiffel Tower over here, Paris Hotel in the background, got Bellagio right there, the Aria, boom, Planet Hollywood. You can kind of see the Luxor in the distance, a pyramid out over beyond Mandalay Bay. It's just an excellent view. I've been out here for over a month now, and I think I'm about ready to go back to LA, go back home, and just head back. But I always love to come out here to Vegas, and it's, a lot of you guys are like, why do you always come to Vegas? And the main reason is because Vegas is only 3 hours from LA, and also I still run private boot camps out here from time to time, so it's much easier to do it out here because you don't need a passport to get into the venues here, the clubs and whatnot, so it works out. In any case, guys, don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Do it for me. Do it for Cash and Gizmo back over here. Do it for my DeLorean, which is back home in my garage. Do it for my Stingray. Just smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe to my channel, okay? That way you'll be notified whenever I go live or whenever a new coaching video comes up. You'll be the first to see it. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well. And for all of you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 months to mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there, right out there, and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now, okay, all around the world are out there approaching and closing every single week, just making things happen, continuing to live our lives to the highest level, no matter what type of divisiveness is going on in the world, no matter what kind of like Roni's going on, and what other type of craziness is going on. We are continuing to live our lives at the highest level, and I want you to become one of us. I want you to join us, and this is the absolute best way to support my work. So if you love what I'm doing and you want to learn some pickup, some game from one of the best in the world, one of the top 10 pickup artists in the world, as Cash snores, The easiest way to do so is to click that link below in my description box. Okay, it will take you over to my website where you could get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. All right, I'm out. Woo. Cannot get enough of this view, guys. This is just awesome. So awesome. I'm going to take a snapshot right now. Until next time.